So, last episode.
Yep.
So what I wanted to do is, there's so much we haven't covered with your life and we can't cover all of it, but just pick out a few highlights in some pictures and in this book, some of the memories people have written. And then I asked everyone online if they had questions for you, and I had quite a few back. So I'm just going to do a quick fire round at the end of questions to ask. Cool. So first of all, here's to last episode.
Yeah, brilliant.
Cheers. Maybe last episode. Okay.
I thought I meant last episode.
No, that was also a good one. Right. Let me start with this story from Repo. So I'll ask you to explain a few things, but I'm going to start with this. The only people I know to have their name become a verb, Barclay. To Barclay someone, meaning to have won over on someone to their general frustration and embarrassment. Past participle, Barclayed. Example, I've been Barclayed.
Yep.
So let's start there. So what is that term about?
So basically, Jez and I both did it. Jez recently, when he lived in France, he was Barclaying people. We made polo shirts, and one with an English flag and one with a French flag. So if you were Barclayed in France, you got a white polo shirt basically with "I've been Barclayed," with a sort of skull and crossbone through somebody's face on the back of the collar. And so basically, what it meant was that we got them terribly drunk, or we left them at airports, or did horrible things to them. And
just been done over by a Barclay.
Yeah, normally drinking competitions and stuff like that. Well, it would just be going out for a quiet meal, and then like Paul Gammon fell asleep in his food at the Glider Club and stuff. Yeah. And then he got a shirt, obviously.
Oh, brilliant. Well, he says over the years he'd been Barclayed numerous times. Yeah. And then there's somewhere in here. So, okay, so one of my first sporting memories of them was Murder Ball. This was a game conceived after too much alcohol and involved finding a field and then everyone in the pub going there after a lunchtime session and dividing into two teams, throwing a rugby ball in the middle.
Male and female. Yeah.
So he says barrels of beer and assorted beverages would be put at each end of the field, and the object was to get the ball behind the other side's beer, after which you could partake thereof. Then repeat until no one was left standing, if not already in hospital.
Yeah,
so
lots of people ended up in hospital because there was no rules. You could do anything. You could punch.
So give us a bit of a backstory around Crazy Ball.
So we used to go up Peppard Common from out of Caversham, and basically it was in a valley. So the hill went down like that. So one beer barrel was to that side and one beer was that side, and basically somebody would have the ball and they have to get from that side to the other side. They can pass it forwards, backwards, kick it, any way you want to do to get the other side. And then if you scored, then you'd all drink from their barrel, and then vice versa, they would drink from our barrel. But there were quite some heavy casualties.
That is, well, yeah. I will continue because he says, I was parked up getting my kit on when the twins came roaring down the hill in a Morse-like Jaguar and did a handbrake slide ending 6 inches from my car in the exact same place where I had been standing. As I got down from the roof of said car, they laughed a lot, tossers. It was in this game that one of them, who knows which, ended up at the bottom of a 20-person bundle and started screaming for help because they couldn't breathe. The other one immediately hauled everyone, myself included, off him to only find a grinning and perfectly okay brother had been pulling his leg.
I thought he was dying. Literally, he was screaming like a banshee.
I'm going to show this.
That they're all kind of...
So this was the invite. Oh, I can't really see. The invite to the game, which I love, that's handwritten. Crazy Ball, Kings Meadow, 29th of May, 77. I love that. So it was for charity.
It was for charity. Somebody had been murdered. A child had been murdered. And,
oh, God.
It's going to fall off back there. A child had been murdered, from what I can gather. Clive Todd appeal it was. And so we raised money for their parents and stuff, I think. If I remember rightly, it was a long time ago. When was it?
77.
77.
Gosh.
Yeah. Repo's thing was really funny because he was getting changed next to his car. And we both had Jags at the time, and we came flying down Peppard Hill, and he just yanked the handbrake on it, and that sort of slid it like into the parking space. But he had no idea what he was doing. It was just sheer luck that he didn't
a fluke.
Hit a lot of cars. And Repo jumped up on the roof of his car and would have probably been crushed if he hadn't.
Oh, God. Amazing. So from a similar time then, I had a story from Alan about the four Musketeers and the Odd Couple. Is there a story around that?
Yeah, so there's me and Jez, Pip Easby and Clive Griffiths. And just got on so well, and we just hung around together. And we didn't really have any girlfriends because we were always out on the Raz together. And
Yeah.
so, and then they called us the Four Must Be Queers because we didn't have any girlfriends.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah. And then Paul Cullity and Nooks, or Alan Jenkins, they decided they were going to call themselves a team. So they were the Odd Couple. So that was it. So the Odd Couple.
The Odd Couple of the
and
Musketeers.
the Three Must Be Queers would go.
I want to talk about this photo because it's behind us as well, the big version of it, but I'm just going to put it there. Can you tell me the backstory to this?
Yeah. So we went to Polperro, a load of us. There was about 6 of us went to this 2-bedroom cottage in Polperro down in Cornwall for the weekend. And an Aussie girl came over. I don't know how she ended up. It's a friend of Jez's from Australia. And she turned up and she was living at our house as well. So a load of us all piled into 3 cars. And down we went. And Pete Brewer was there and various other people and Pip and Clive and a lot. And we got terribly drunk one night. All illicit stuff, and we were having a great time. And we were sat outside. This is the lead up to this, and we were sat outside in the dark, and a bat flew out, and Jez said, "Is that a bat?" And this voice, who is like virtually comatose on the ground, said, "No, it's a mouse hang gliding."
That's Uncle Pete.
It was Uncle Pete, yeah.
Oh,
it's a mouse hang gliding. So everybody fell about laughing. And then the next day we decided to clear the hangovers and go for a walk along the cliff edge. And Pete was wearing all sort of bad, because he was a roadie with Bad Company for a while. And he had all the Bad Company, fantastic jacket and all that on. And he climbed over a stile and literally fell base over apex off the stile. He was still drunk. And then sort of slid down the cliff in all this mud. He was covered in mud. And that's me and Jez.
The reaction to that?
Laughing, yeah.
And who caught that? Is that Jerry?
Jerry, yeah, he's a fantastic photographer. Yeah.
We should say most of all of these black and white photographs are Jerry,
all of them,
and there's such moments, aren't there, that he's captured. So that's you two just laughing at him falling over.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So Polperro.
So I'm going to find another one. This is from Davo, and I'll start it and you can finish it. But the time when Simon was on holiday for 2 weeks in Menorca with a group of lads, Clive being one of them, and Pauline and I, together with some friends of ours, Keith and Linda, went to join them for the 2nd week. Jez got to hear about it and he decided to come along also, but he didn't tell Simon. He thought he'd surprise him at the airport. So what's the story with that?
So Chris and Pauline and Keith and Lindy Lou, and then I got to the airport and there's Jez. So I only had a Fiat 500 and a hire car, and it was a nail. And so we got back to their villa, which was just sort of across the beach from ours, and there was quite a lot of us there. There was about 10 or 15 blokes there. And we met these girls from Phonogram, from Lindisfarne. They worked for Lindisfarne, the band. And we got very friendly with them, probably too friendly with them. And I ended up going out with a girl called Brenny. And we'd been there about 4 or 5 days at that stage. And anyway, so we ended up back with Jez to Pauline Chris's villa. So I can't remember how Jez got back to our villa, but he was pretending. So we changed clothes. And he pretended to be me and went back to our villa. And fortunately or unfortunately, fortunately for Jez and unfortunate for me, he ended up with Brenny.
Oh.
She didn't know.
She
had no idea. Anyway, so that was it. So the next morning I go down with Chris and Pauline and Keith and Lindy Lou down to the beach. And then I hid around the corner of the back of the bar by the rocks. And so Jez is lying there with Brenny and Clive's lying there as well. And I come out to sea, and
oh no!
and he looks at me and he goes, "Si," he says, and then he looks. That Jez looks just like, well, Si, you look like Jez, pointing at, thinking it was me down there, and of course then I spoke, and then he just leapt on Jez, and who was lying next to Brenny. I said, "Jez," of course. She's kind of about, what's going on here? And then, of course, I walked around the corner and
what was her reaction?
A few beers. She went out with Jez.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. So it was fine. Brilliant. It all worked out. Happy in the end, yeah.
I love all those twin mix-ups. It's so funny. You really do mess people around with that. Yeah. Want to talk about Champagne Sundays. We do them still here now every year at the Royal We. You still do them. Yeah. And where they started and came about from.
So I'd come out of the army, so it was 75, 76, and Jez started having them at his place. I'm not sure he had them before while I was in the army, probably not. And there's a photograph, first one that they did, and my mum was there. She was in a caftan, and I think she was quite ill at the time. And anyway, so he'd have a champagne party on a Sunday morning, and of course he lived on a housing estate, like modern one, and everybody would be out washing their cars, and everybody would turn up in DJs and evening dress, like kind of proper frocks and everything like that, walking down the road. And of course, all the neighbours would. They didn't like Jez very much anyway because of the noise from his place, and that's how it all started. 75, 76, so 50 years now.
And he just started it because he thought it'd be fun.
Everybody bought a bottle of champagne.
Yeah.
And he provided probably 10 or 15 bottles. It wasn't that many.
Well, it's escalated a bit more now.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit more now, yeah. Yeah, and that was it. And they put a bit of food on and stuff. And then it went on every year. Then there was obviously a gap when he was abroad and I was abroad. But yeah, we still do it.
It's so much fun. It's the highlight of a lot of my friends' year.
It's great. I wish we could keep it. You know, obviously, there's lots of people that can't afford to hire suits once a year and go and buy suits and stuff like that. So we kind of, here we made it a little bit, well, if you've got Caribbean dress, like a shorts and a shirt, it's allowed. So quite a few people come like that, or a mix.
Yeah.
You know.
We should say it's a Sunday morning, 9 a.m. and we are drinking at 9 a.m. in your black tie or your Caribbean gear. And there's music, and you call it the We'll Deserve It party, and I think that's so nice because everyone just wants a good
came
time.
about after COVID.
Oh,
but
right,
we also did it in California in Dave's place in Malibu, and all his mates and stars all came, and we called it, and We Deserve It party, and that's where it sort of came from. But yeah, so we come out of COVID, and everybody was quite depressed and everything like that. So
then you were really ill.
Yeah, so we had a We Deserve It party, and I think the record here was 3 barrels of beer, a small barrel of cider, and 220 bottles of champagne.
That was probably the year after COVID.
It starts at 9 and finishes at around 1, 2. So it's a hell of a...
It doesn't though, does it?
It doesn't, not normally, no. Especially
Domino's is delivered at 1 and then people still hang around. Yeah. Oh, it's been so many great memories from champagne parties over the years.
And it's so nice because it's a Sunday morning and it's quite unusual for people to dress up. There's always people being Barclayed, always.
I've been Barclayed.
Ladies lying on the grass, people falling over. And
I fell into this
home.
bucket of bottles before. There's a video of me.
And on the back of the Landy.
Yes, and in a pig van down to Upton.
Anyway,
this is about you, not me. Quick fire questions. So
I'll drink first.
Yeah. So the first one someone sent in, which was one of my favourites, because you've done so much and you've seen so much. I wondered, well, I didn't wonder, they wondered, what is on your bucket list at this stage of life? Is there anything left?
I thought about this. No, there's nothing. I've done everything.
Yeah.
Done everything. Here's my bucket list.
Yeah.
Here in Bantham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that leads me, what's one thing you'll never take for granted again?
Health? I don't know whether it'd be health. I think probably health. Yeah. Having you guys around, I wouldn't have made it without you guys. I wouldn't.
Yeah. If you could relive one day from your life at any point, what would it be?
A bit sad this. I was in America when my mum died, Pogal. And I had such a connection with her, and I would have loved to have hold her hand and seen her off, really. Yeah, seen her off.
Yeah.
I mean, I
was going to say, you saw her when you got back.
I saw her in her coffin, yeah.
Oh, no, that totally makes sense, of course. Yeah. What's one lesson you wish you'd learned sooner?
Have a pension, save money.
Stop spending.
I haven't stopped spending, which I don't.
Oh, we always talk about this though. Your kind of view on money and life is I think the best way to be. Like as you've learned, you can't take it with you.
No, and something always crops up. I've been a window cleaner. I've done every, just to keep going.
Yeah, of course. What does happiness look like to you now? What does it mean for you?
This, I think. Yeah, this. I mean, you guys around. I couldn't do it without you guys, all through the illness. I know I haven't really spoken about family and stuff that much, because me. But I mean, I couldn't have done it without you guys. I just remember Ed going, right, I'm going to go to the hospital and sort it all out.
Yeah.
And it just all of you, being behind me and Yeah, couldn't do it. Couldn't
Yeah.
couldn't really carry on without you guys, you know.
Oh,
I
well,
wouldn't want to be
likewise.
on my own. Yeah.
No, likewise. And this, what you've created here, home.
Yeah.
Home is
Yeah.
the happiness, isn't it
Yeah,
now?
we love it.
We all gravitate back here. Which may answer this one, but favourite place in the world? And you've seen some places.
3 places. Here first. Second place would be Bantham in the sloop,
Yeah.
drinking Rattler. And the third place would be Antigua, which would be English Harbour.
Oh,
which
we're
is
going to have to get
beautiful.
back there.
Oh man, it's beautiful.
We'll try and get
Admiral's
back
Inn. Admiral's Inn.
there. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Well, there's only one of those I haven't seen, so I'm going to have to go and...
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We should also say that I went back to California, didn't
Yeah,
I?
you did.
To
Went to
try and
Malibu.
see
Yeah.
where you lived. This
Sarah
is
Retreat.
2016, 2017.
You can
And,
get anything you want in Alice's restaurant. I've got to tell you a quick story. I didn't tell the story last time, but it was Mick Fleetwood, myself, and Dave Mason, and we went out for it, and they don't carry any money. They don't. They don't. There's
get
no
everything
credit
for
cards
free?
and stuff like that. No, they don't. But you know, they'll have somebody with them
Right.
that's got some money. So we went to Alice's restaurant. So we had a slap-up meal and everything. And then Dave goes to Mick. He said, "Have you got any money?" He said, "No." He looks at me and he said, "Oh, Si's got some money." I said, "No, I haven't got any money." So he said, "Oh shit, what are we going to do now?" You know. So Mick said, "Follow my lead," and he pretended he had food poisoning and then it fell under the table and was like on the ground, oh, like this.
That is brilliant.
So we picked him up and took him, put him in the car, and we got away with it. But yeah,
That is hilarious. Right, favourite way to spend a Sunday?
Three Kings back here with all you kids and all our friends. You know, like, well, we hope we can get 30 in there. You know, in
Yeah.
the shed. So
Mum always seems to make it stretch, doesn't she, on a Sunday?
yeah, yep, the elastic chicken.
What makes you proudest as a dad?
Makes me proudest as a dad. Well, you guys. I mean, none of you really fallen off the rails or anything like that. You've all grown up perfect, and you haven't moved away really. Ed's a little bit further away, but you're all close. And no, it's yeah, that's yeah, and you've all done so well, you know, everybody. Yeah.
We try.
Yeah.
What's one thing you hope we'll remember about you and our grandkids? How would you like to be remembered?
I hope I've been fun,
Yeah.
and I hope I've helped you along, because you've done it all yourselves. I can't say I directed you to do this. I mean, you've done it all yourselves, but I hope I've helped you get to where you're going.
Yeah, you definitely have, and I think that's part of the way, isn't it? Without pushing us.
No, and
You have to find your own way.
I remember you guys, you telling me off when you were 6, you know?
Yeah.
I was doing something wrong.
Yeah, we do a bit of role reversal, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so best advice we can pass down to our children.
Best advice we can pass on to our children: be happy and try not to piss anybody off.
Okay, 3 words to sum up your life.
Hell of a journey.
That's 4.
No, but a hell of a.
Hell of a. Yeah, got it.
Hell of a journey.
That's brilliant.
Well, what a journey, yeah.
What's
it's been a journey. It's been a hell of a journey.
Yeah. And if you could have a pint with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
I miss my parents terribly, because they had us when we were quite old, so they kind of went separate ways in '64, and I would love to have a pint with my dad and talk about fishing and army and stuff like that. And I would love to have a gin and tonic with my mum and my sister.
Oh,
And
of course.
we could talk about cards and tea leaves and things like that. Yeah.
Reiki.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
Reiki, yeah.
lovely. I'd love to have a gin and tonic with your mum.
Yeah.
I'd love to, get to know her. Well, a lighter question from Jenny. Who's your favourite child?
Lola.
That's the dog.
No, all you guys are great. I wouldn't ever differentiate, you know. I think you're all lovely. Lovely.
Well, this is a typical Eddie question.
Yeah.
If Ben wasn't around, would he be your favourite son?
Yes, he would. and I have to say that I am so proud of him.
Oh, yeah.
I know Celebrity Traitors is finished now, but he was mission director on Celebrity Traitors, and really, I mean, it's a hell of an accolade to get there. And I think there was 12 million people watched it last night.
It was the biggest. The
Yeah.
final was the biggest the UK has seen this year.
He sent us a couple of clips, didn't he, of him doing his job, which was quite good. And, well, I don't know, you might have to cut this out, but he's now in Australia and doing I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. So,
Yeah,
and I presume he's mission director on that.
he is. Yeah, challenge director, so he's doing all the eating
Yeah.
challenges and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah,
he's
and
very
mean. He is mean, as you could tell from Celebrity Traitors.
he's bossy. He's good at his job.
No, he did just the tasks he makes, like unbelievable. The coffin
I know.
with Paloma Faith. Oh my God! I mean, I just looked and said, "That's Ed."
Yeah.
Ed would think that up,
Yeah, it's brilliant. Oh, that's lovely. Well then, what about Ben?
Oh, he's just great, I shoot with him now, and we just have the best time. He's the best gentleman you could ever meet. Everybody we're with, shooting wise, people he works for that come here shooting because he paints and decorates and does stuff like that, and you just love him. They all love him,
Yeah.
Guys come here, Bill and all that lot, and they said, "Oh, he's just perfect. He's just brilliant. He's such a nice guy." Which he is.
He is. He
And he's
is.
very good.
Yeah.
Very good at what he does. I remember when he was tiny, not tiny, he was probably 16, 17. No, 17, he was out
He
of
was
school.
pretty big then.
He was pretty big, yeah. And Sue at the pub said, "Ben, I might have a little job for you. It's just down the lane. Can't remember it, not Key Lane, but the other one. Could you go and see this lady? She wants a bit of gardening done." He said, "Yeah, no problem." And he when he went to Breedon School, he was always taught to shake hands, and if it was a lady, he'd kiss them on both cheeks, or shake hands with them. Anyway, so he went round to this lady's house, knocked on the door. She came to the door. He said, "Oh, I'm Ben Barclay," and kissed her on both cheeks. And she was like astounded, And then yeah, he did. He worked for her,
You fed that into
and that's where it
of
all
us.
started. Yeah.
Yeah. What about Jen?
Jen, geez, she's been through the mill, bless her. We won't go through it, but Jesus, she's strong. She's just wonderful. I love her to bits.
She's strong, and I know she can't possibly because she's not your genes, but she has got your positivity as well.
Yeah.
She finds the good in everyone.
She was what,
3.
3, just 3, I think. So I do feel she's mine.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And when she's in the shit and things go wrong, she always comes to me. She doesn't go to anybody else. She comes to me and she knows I'll sort it.
Yeah.
Like crashing cars through people's gardens and stuff.
I remember that one, Jane and Nick Gillett.
Yeah.
Go on, do me.
Yeah. Well, you're brilliant, aren't you? This is fantastic what you've done here, and you are my little girl, And like we were talking about the Landy, weren't we? And I remember we were on holiday abroad somewhere, and Nick Letchmere rings us up and he said, "Did you? How old were you? 8?
I don't know.
No, you just started at Hanley. So
11.
11. You were 11, and he said, "Did you know that your daughter's driving the Land Rover to school?"
I don't think I ever walked that drive to school.
Never.
They wrote it in my book,
Yeah.
my end of year book.
And I remember the champagne party when you took everybody, you didn't take them to the pub, but you took them to the top of the drive, and a few ladies in the back of the Land Rover screaming like this, somebody was killing them. You were flying up the drive.
I learned to drive in that car. I mean, if you can drive that, you can drive
that. You can drive anything. It's got the worst clutch and accelerator in the world.
Oh, that's good fun.
You had another question, didn't you?
Oh, it says a lot about our childhood. Yeah, so let's talk about the end of this journey, the end of the podcast. So looking back on this journey of the podcast, what's been your favourite moment from recording this podcast?
I think having Mum with me.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a good banter, and everything, and she corrected me and stuff, but she knows better than me. She's got a better brain than me.
Yeah.
And that was great. I love that. It was good
and
fun.
having Jez.
Hmm?
And having your episode with Jez.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
Jez was brilliant. An amazing thing is that he's got Parkinson's, but his memory is
crystal clear.
100 times better than mine. And, he can correct me and, yeah. No, yeah. Sorry, Jez, I forgot about that one. But, yeah,
That was a special episode, and everyone else loved that one as well. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so was there anything that surprised you when bringing it all back to the surface and talking about it all?
Yeah, because you're sort of reliving, good things, bad things, sad things, very sad things, But it was nice I was worried about doing it because I thought I'm going to boom my eyes out and it's going to dig up all kinds of horrible memories. but it was really good because I still think about that. And if we hadn't done it, I would be 10 years down the line, and I would have forgotten all about those things. You know,
Got to get it down.
the
on
army
paper.
especially it was not nice digging it all up again, but it was great to get it off chest. You know.
Yeah, and we said from the beginning this was never meant to be a public thing. This is for our
No, it was
family
just
and
for
for
us,
our
yeah,
kids.
yeah.
But so many people stopped me and said, "I want to listen to that." So, and we've had such nice like feedback, haven't we, from people? So
It's been fabulous. Look, people like stopping me in a pub and say, "Oh wow!" And not that I've said to them, "You've got to watch it" or anything like that. And Marcus and Sue, bless them,
Yeah.
they were so kind and so nice about it.
well, it probably brings back memories for them as well because they were, you know, all these people were part of it.
Yeah.
Do you think you've learned anything new about yourself on this journey?
I think to pause and not go careering into things. A bit late now, but yeah, and think about things, you know,
Yeah,
and think about other people. I do, but just take a step back. I think, yeah.
I think you've slowed down in a good way since your diagnosis. As anyway, you're a lot more
Yeah,
considered in the way
it certainly sorts you out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, final question. What are you most looking forward to in the next chapter of your life?
Well, staying here for a bit longer, and then we'll probably, I don't know, we'll
Move in
probably,
with us.
yeah, we'll come and live with you, or downsize, or have a log cabin somewhere, and yeah, but I'm happy here. You know, I'm happy with just the normal. I mean, it's not like we sit and watch TV all day. You know, we've got loads of things. We've got quads and Land Rovers and shooting and fishing and walking dogs and training dogs, and yeah,
So just
lots
more
to
of what you've been
more
doing.
of what we're doing. I've done everything else, you know. This is it.
Well, I'm going to finish stealing someone's words from in here. I need to remember who it was now.
Oh my goodness.
But I loved it and it sticks with me and it's so true. Let me find it. Oh, this is it. So Alan, is that Nookie?
Yeah, Nooks. Yeah,
Nookie.
Nookie.
It's just a one-liner, but I think it's brilliant. It says, "Bless the Barclays and all who roll with them." I just think it's so nice.
He's still. That's the amazing thing is that all those people I've known for some of them 50 years. You know.
Yeah. Oh well.
And they're still great friends. You might not see them for a year. You know, and we just get the crack going again.
Yeah.
Get the crack going.
Well, thank you. I can't believe it's over. I love you. And we'll just have to come and meet here every Friday night and not film it.
Yeah, we just pretend, just roll the film. Yeah.
Cheers, Pops. Love
Cheers,
you.
darling. Love you, baby. And thank you. Very professional and brilliant. Everybody says how well you've done it.
Well, because it's you, I can just chat, can't I? I don't know if I'd do it as a job, that's for sure. Right, we're done.